Well, hello. We are live today. Hope you're doing well. And if you're watching this live, give me a 1 in the comments. If you're watching this on a replay, a 3 in the comments. Would you like to make more money? Well, of course you would. How about increasing the price of your products or services? Ooh, I don't know about that. I'm going to share with you why a lot of people don't put enough effort into their business, and why whatever product service that you have to sell or offer, why you refuse psychologically to increase your price, and how it's hurting you financially, and more importantly, how this can change your game where it could literally put you in another zip code. I'm checking on the time here. Bear with me 1 second. All right, let's get started. For those of you who are not familiar with me, this is Gary Coxe. I'm a business and life strategist. I've been at this game for over 30 years, and I have made millions and millions of dollars in this industry and in selling. So for starters, let me share with you how you program your brain. This statement is so powerful. You learn it and really understand it. I mean, really deeply understand how to take advantage about what I'm about to share with you. You will understand how you have been programming yourself negatively for the rest of your life, all of your life. And then how you've been programming yourself positively as well. But unfortunately, for most of the sides, both positive and negative, you're probably doing it unconsciously. I'm going to show you consciously how to be aware of it. You're going to see, by understanding this, how this keeps you from having more, putting more effort into your business, and also increasing or raising your prices, thinking that you have to discount yourself. Stop it. All right. I want to start off by giving you the statement. Then once you have the statement, we're going to put it away for a little bit. Then we'll talk a little bit more about the psychology of why you're not increasing your prices, whether you're in real estate, whether you're a coach, whether you're an instructor for Pilates, an airplane coach, an instructor, whatever it is, it all applies. So here's a statement, jot it down. My brain, this is so good. My brain will validate all, underline the word all of my beliefs, whether they are right, and underline this, whether they are right, underline right, or wrong, underline wrong. I've got a blue marker here that I'm missing, so I guess we're going to be doing red today. Let's go over this. This is so good. I'm telling you, so good. Let me get that light out of the way. My brain will validate all of my beliefs, whether they are right or wrong. Let me give you a specific example. I just had a friend of mine respond to me. He's in the real estate industry, been in it a long time. And he was talking about the challenges in real estate. Of course, you know, the real estate is a huge measuring rod for the economy, right? And when something signals where people that are selling real estate, realtors, thinking, okay, it's not a good market right now, here's what happens. Remember this, your brain will validate how many of your beliefs, all of your beliefs, whether they are what, right or wrong. So here's what happens. Let's say in the mind of realtors, this is going to be for high-end coaches, it's all the same. This is going to demonstrate how, when you don't understand this, this will prevent you from putting in the necessary effort, and it will lower your sales. The opposite of this would increase your sales. So listen closely. So we hear things like, and the talk amongst, you know, some of the friends in the real estate industry or whatever, the economy is really not right. Things are, you know, kind of like crazy. So when you go to show a property and somebody says, no, timing is not right or the price is not right, the moment you hear that, and before you showed that property, you went into the mindset, the belief that says, whether it's right or wrong, the market's not right. So the moment somebody says no to you, what's your brain going to do? Your brain is going to validate. See, the market is no good. It's not a good time. The moment your brain validates that, why would you wake up in the morning all excited, ready to go out there and hustle and make things happen? it instantly slows you down and keeps you from having and putting in more effort. Think about that. That is so powerful. This is all a mind game. When you understand this, it changes your game. So how will really understanding this change your game? Well, if there's a lot of talk out there that the economy isn't just right, when you hear somebody say something about it that validates that, you ignore that and say it's not true. How do you ignore it? You put in the effort. You don't just, oh, wow, that's right. See, yeah, there's another person. So now what your brain does, your brain validates that the economy isn't right. And because the economy in your mind isn't right, only because you validated that, oh, you'll have ways to validate it. Oh, look at the stats and look at this and look at that. And it automatically will slow you down. So now what are you doing? Waiting for some major change in the economy in the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years? Are you kidding me? And this is why people quit. Let me give you another reason how you can use this to increase your prices. I don't care what the economy looks like. Let's say, here's a perfect example. I met a guy not too long ago. He's a flight instructor. He just got his flight instructor license. So I said to him, and I did this purposely to get him in this right mind frame. I said to him, what do you think you should charge an hour? So he responds to me by saying, what do you think I should charge? I'm not going to answer that yet. You tell me. He said, well, everybody's charging $60 an hour. So I said, great. Why don't you charge 80? What? No, I can't charge 80. Why can he not charge 80? Let's say he was charging 60 and I said to him, charge 80. He is going to now come up with reasons in his mind why he shouldn't do that. Now, let's understand that. If we wrote down the reasons, I'll just pretend we have some reasons right here. Here's reason number 1. Here's reason number 2. Here's reason number 3. Okay. And reason number 1 is, well, okay, here, everybody's cheaper. So we'll just put in cheaper. Everybody's cheaper. Okay. Everybody's cheaper. Number 2 is, they have more experience, so we'll put in experience. The people who are charging $60 an hour have more experience. Okay, great. And whatever the third one is. Okay. So he increases his price. Let's say he increases his price to $80 an hour. Somebody comes to him and says, hey, I would love to hire you as a flight instructor. What's your cost? What do you charge an hour? And he says, here he goes, he says $80 an hour. The first thing the person is going to say in this particular scenario is, oh, everybody else I'm talking to, $60 an hour. Now, if he does not know how to handle this objection, the first thing he is going to do, remember that spot, that word, that sentence that we used, my brain will what? Validate how many? All of my beliefs, whether they are right or wrong. So the moment he hears, because remember, he didn't want to increase his price because everybody's cheaper, they have more experience than he does, and all these other BS things that he puts in his head. So the moment somebody says to him, everybody else is $60 an hour, he goes, see, I was right. His brain now validates the belief that, well, you can't increase your price to 80 because everybody is cheaper. Yep, I said that before I was going to charge and say I was going to charge $80. Yep, I said that everybody else has more experience than I do, so how in the world can I get away with $80? And so on and so on. And now this will get him stuck till he's stuck here for a long time. Now, do you think he would ever change this? Now, stop and think about this. Often what happens is, this happens with coaches that are doing one-on-one coaching. I have one particular person, several people that come to me with this. They do one-on-one coaching, and I tell them to stop that. Quit doing one-on-one coaching, because once you get enough clients, you're going to be exhausted all day long. You will not have a life. So that person does one-on-one until they get to the point, I can't take it anymore. And now, 6 months or a year or two later, they finally, because of the pain, they can now validate that it's worth it, and they are now worth charging more than they did before, because my life is a wreck and I can't keep living like this. Why are you waiting so long? Why are you waiting 6 months, 1 year, 2 years to make changes when all it is a mind game, because your brain is validating all of your beliefs, whether they are right or wrong? That's crazily powerful. If you understand this belief, this one statement, I'm going to say it again, my brain will validate all of my beliefs, whether they are right or wrong, all day long, whether you realize it or not. Your brain is doing this subconsciously all day long. What I want you to do is take it out of the subconscious, take it to where you're consciously aware of everything that you are doing and saying that validates crap in your brain that makes no sense, or validates the good stuff, and then keep validating the good stuff. And when you learn how to play this game, it is a game changer with you, all right? So I just wanted to share with this short statement, short video with you today, because it is a game changer. It's changed my life. I'll give you one quick example how it did it for me, all right? We'll go back to that statement when my brain will validate all of my beliefs, whether they are right or wrong. All right, so here would be the possible negative thoughts. Here's an actual scenario. One particular client, I was doing something outside of my coaching. It was something else. And I was charging whatever it is, X amount of dollars. And I just wasn't excited about it. And I like to charge enough when somebody says, yes, I'd like to do business with you. I get to smile. This person, I said, you know what? I don't enjoy this. I'm going to increase my fee by 50%. Now, what could be, we'll put LB for limited beliefs. What could be some of the limited beliefs? I'm going to increase my price for 50%. They're just going to say, no way. Not going to happen. They're going to say, somebody else out there is cheaper. They're going to say whatever the next thing and the next thing. So if I go into this by thinking, okay, he's going to say this is no way, or she's going to say, you know, there's other people cheaper. So then I reach out to the person, I tell them I'm going to charge double. They look at me as if I am insane. And I've never heard from them to have me work with them ever again. If the moment that person says, no way, there's cheaper people out there, and I go, oh my goodness, see, I was right. I thought there'd be no way he would do this, and I know he's going to think other people are cheaper. And now my brain, if I'm not careful, will use those excuses to validate my belief. And then now I go, okay, I'll leave it at this price. Or if I have a certain price and a number of clients and I go to raise my price, what's going to happen? You're going to lose some of your clients. Absolutely. Well, are you going to wait till you have no more time and you have more money coming like crazy? Then you can justify to do it then? No, don't. Why would you wait so long? You're wasting a lot of time and money. You're leaving thousands and thousands of dollars on the table. So, knowing what I know, that my brain will validate all my beliefs, whether they are right or wrong, I did not let that BS validate a thing. In fact, I charged even more, went out and sought some more clients that are willing and were willing to pay me a lot more, even though that person said, no way, others are cheaper. Learn to play games with your mind instead of your mind playing games with you, and you will win this game. I'm out of here. Between now and the next time we get to chat, you know what to do. Don't let anything or anyone rent space in your head. And if you didn't know what to do, you do now. Love to see your comments below. Share, like, and comment. Look forward to replying to most of your comments. I try to get to as many of them as possible. Have a blessed day. Till the next video. We'll see you.